Visitors to the Intermountain Generating Station are invariably impressed by its scale. Generating electricity for 1.5 million homes around the clock is a massive undertaking, involving complex systems for handling and preparing fuel, creating steam, driving turbine generators, converting electricity for long-distance transmission, and responsibly handling emissions and byproducts of coal combustion. But for all that technology and the investments that support it, the most important factor in keeping the lights on is simple: people. The Intermountain Power Project is favored with a dedicated workforce that takes pride in operating and maintaining one of America's premier electricity generating plants. Many of the more than 440 direct employees working at the generating station today participated in its construction 3 decades ago. Along with a new generation of professionals now joining the ranks, these people form the cornerstone not just of an important power plant, but of an entire community. This year's operating report is a record of their accomplishments. Located in Millard County, Utah, the Intermountain Generating Station commenced operations in 1986. It features 2 900-megawatt coal-fueled generators linked to the Western power grid by a pair of project-owned transmission systems. For the 3rd consecutive year, the Intermountain Power Project maintained high levels of performance in measures of production, efficiency, and reliability, solidifying its rebound from 2 challenging years. Between 2010 and 2012, the project undertook a program of unusually high levels of planned maintenance, which was followed by an unusual equipment failure that led to a 151-day unscheduled repair outage for Unit 1. Project employees recovered from this setback completely by 2014, when they posted performance results that ranked near average for the project's 28-year history and well above average when compared to the rest of the industry. Fiscal 2015 saw generation, availability, and capacity factor performance that was similar to last year. Heat rate improved over the past 2 years. Forced outage rate improved in 2015 and was the best in the history of the project. Compared to its own historical performance, the Intermountain Generating Station performed admirably during the 2014-2015 operating year. Net generation was 12,334 gigawatt hours, ranking 17th out of the project's 28-year history. The equivalent availability factor of 91.3% ranked 21st out of 28 years, while net facility heat rate improved to 9,551 BTUs per kilowatt hour, the 11th best performance in project history. This year's forced outage rate of 0.10% was a record best performance in a key measurement of plant reliability. These performance metrics are remarkable when considering the advancing age of the generating station and decreasing heat content of coal available to fuel it. Coal quality measured in BTUs per pound ranked 25th out of 28 years. More than 5.2 million tons of coal was consumed, the 14th highest in project history. Careful maintenance and operation are keys to IPP's high performance. A 4-week planned maintenance outage for Unit 2 was completed at the end of April 2015. During that outage, major projects were undertaken on the high-pressure turbine, boiler, scrubbers, and balance of plant equipment. Unit 1 and Unit 2 were both offline at the end of April during a scheduled 5-day bipole outage due to transmission and market restrictions. The outage utilized 1,774 total work orders with an estimated 41,220 man-hours. Approximately $16.7 million was spent during the outage. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Mercury and Air Toxic Standards, also known as MATS rule, took effect during 2015. Stack testing for mercury, hydrochloric acid, and filterable particulate matter was conducted as required by the regulation, and testing demonstrated IPP to be well below the MATS limits. Several projects were also undertaken to comply with new cybersecurity requirements for various plant and transmission system components. One of IPP's most remarkable operating accomplishments continued in 2015, as no boiler tube leaks were experienced during the fiscal year. Boiler tube leaks, which are common at large coal-fueled power plants, are an unusual event at Intermountain because of the project's aggressive boiler tube failure reduction program. Unit 1 has achieved 19 months without a tube leak since February 2, 2014. Unit 2 has achieved 49 months without a tube leak since September 10, 2011. Continuing the tradition of implementing creative and forward-looking maintenance strategies, project personnel are now organizing an unmanned aerial vehicle inspection program. Using 2 different types of drones, a specialized group of employees are preparing to conduct preliminary unmanned aerial inspections of elevated and hard-to-reach equipment and site aerial surveys. As obstacle avoidance technology improves, plans call for future boiler furnace inspections. While the UAV inspection program is still in its infancy, the potential uses and benefits of the program are just beginning to be discovered and put into practice. None of these accomplishments would be possible without the performance of IPP's greatest asset, its skilled workforce. In an effort to protect that asset, a new behavior-based safety program has been launched. Entitled VOLTS, Valuing Our Lives Through Safety, the program trains and deploys observers throughout the facility to identify, evaluate, and document at-risk behaviors. 240 employees were trained as VOLTS observers this fiscal year, bringing the total number of trained observers to 284. Since the program's inception, 6,740 observations have taken place. These numbers equate to 6,139 safety conversations that would not have happened without the program in place. Skill, creativity, dedication, and pride from Intermountain's experienced workforce is the wellspring of IPP's success. As the project enters its 4th decade of efficient and reliable operations, these are the people who will keep the electricity flowing.